Hello folks. So in this video we will be discussing about enums in Rust, which is a very important concept. And if you're following the Rust book, this is something you will find in the 6th chapter, basically section 1 and 2. And I also have a blog in Hashnote. This is also something that you can follow. So for now, let's go back to our VS Code and let's try to understand what are enums. So enums are basically a way to group multiple values together in Rust and also in other programming languages. And let's see how it works by writing some code rather than talking. So let me write enum traffic light. And let's say I want to group together the three traffic lights. So I will write red, yellow, and green. Now what this means is that we have one enum traffic light which contains three values red, yellow, and green. Now how we can use this is a bigger question. And for that, inside my fn main, what I will do is I will create a variable called light, and this light is basically traffic light red. So what this means is that basically we are taking this red from our traffic light and storing it inside our light. It doesn't mean anything more, but this is sufficient for now. So now I will write match light. Now match is something which is very similar to switch cases that we have in other programming languages, and in Rust we have match. And you will see why this is very similar. So first of all, I want to check for our red light. So if we have traffic light red, in that case, what we want to do is basically do one println and let's write stop. Basically, the console is asking me to stop. Now we have the second case, and that is when we have the traffic light of yellow. Let me simply print slow down, man. Basically, the console is asking me to slow down, and lastly, we have our green. And in this case, let me simply write run for your life. And now let me simply do a cargo run and let's see what we get. So we're building, we are getting stop. And if I want to get some other values, we can change the value of the light. Let me make it yellow. And we have now slow down man. And for green, we will have the other one. So basically it works and you understand how it works and how this is very similar to switch cases. So this is how we can use enums and match, but this is maybe one dumb example, but we can also store more complex stuff inside our enums. So let's say I will create a struct called sprite. You can consider it to be a video game sprite, and we will have a name of the type string, and we will also have health, let's say, of the type u64. And now I will create one enum, and I will name this enum as characters. So let's say in a video game, we can have multiple characters. So we can have a hero, where the hero will be having the sprite type, and then we can have the enemy, like you can consider it to be the small enemy, and then we will have a boss, but each of them is a sprite. So this is also something that is valid, and we can also use it in very interesting ways. So let's say inside my main, let me simply declare everything on top, and the light can also exist. So let me create one hero sprite, which will be of the type sprite. Now this is not an enum, this is a struct. What the enum is of the characters, and this contains a hero, enemy, and boss, which is of the type struct. I mean, you can understand the complexity here, and it can go 100 times more complex. But anyway, to make it beginner friendly, let's create the hero sprite for now. And first of all, I will create a name. So let me give string from, and let's give the name of the hero as Jason, and then we will also give the HP or the health or HP. What was it? Yeah, it was health. Sorry. Yeah, health. So health will be let's give 100, and this is a variable, so we have to end with a semicolon. And then let me also create a boss sprite. So boss sprite equals to once again from sprite, and let me give the name as something Hydra, the Greek million-headed Hydra or thousand-headed Hydra. Not very clear on that, but anyway, you get it. And let's give the health of the Hydra as 1000. That's fine. And now we can do some stuff with it. So let's say we will create another function, and let me name the function as gameplay description. So when some character enters, they will be having some description, and inside I will pass one basically some value. Let me name the value as character, which will be of the type characters, the enum that we declared on top. And here, what we want to do is basically do one match. So we will pass our characters here, and we want to do something unique with them. So I will write characters, and let's say first of all we have the hero, which will contain a sprite. We can write sprite for now, and I mean name doesn't matter here. We can also write s, let's say. And here what we want to do is println, and here let me write this guy has arrived, and here I want to give s dot name. And the next case is for our enemy, and the last case is for our basically for our boss. So here I will have enemy, and here I will have our boss. And let me write here, it's a no name enemy. Let's say I don't want to print anything over here. I mean, no variable names or anything. I mean, name, you understand. And let me here, I will write beware of the Hydra. And that's all. And now inside my main function, I have to basically create some sprites, and then we can pass it. So what we can do over here is let me write let hero character, because we have created the sprites but not the enums as of now. So this hero character will be characters hero, and inside I will pass the hero sprite, and the same thing for our boss. Let's not care about the enemy for now. So boss character will contain characters boss and the boss sprite. And lastly, we can basically invoke our gameplay description, and inside we have to pass basically our hero character and our boss character also. So let me pass the boss character here, and let's see we are getting what we want or not. So I will do a cargo run, and there is some error in line number 24, and the error seems to be that we have to write match character. Otherwise, how will it work? It will match against what? So now, let me once again do cargo run. And now building, and we have Jason has arrived. Beware of the Hydra and run for your life. I think I didn't plan this thing out, but it rhymes very well. So anyway, I mean, we have also now used some enums with some types, and there can be more complex enums also, like enums where the types are also different. So here, all the like values, hero, enemy, and boss are of the same struct type, but this can also be different. And I will simply take an example from the official Rust book, and this will be in 6.1. And if we come below, you will find that we have one enum, v4 and v6. These are like IP addresses. And the first one contains like four integers, and the second one contains a string. And this is how we can basically declare them. So this is also another way we can declare enums in Rust. And I would say that's all for this video. And if you have learned something new, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because it gives me a lot of motivation to create a lot more videos like this. And so once again, I will see you next time.